South Alabama Cooking, where you will find good. Hey everybody. See if my connection is good enough to be live this morning. It's raining here. Thank the Lord, we needed rain so very badly. But it may mess with my connection, I'm not sure. But this is South Alabama Cooking, where you will find good, down-home Southern recipes made easy. Now today I'm making breakfast, and I'm doing a little experimenting with some of my recipes. First of all, I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and I've got some Kaneka sausage I'm just going to slide into the oven. All right, now I am experimenting with making a sugar-free maple syrup. So let me work on that a little bit this morning. I've got in my mind what I think that I want. And so here we go. Got a little pot here. Let me get a cup of water, okay? Just make sure I've got a cup. That's a little too much. All right, great. Got 1 cup of water. Hey Margie, glad to see you on here today. Hey Amanda, okay, people's getting on and the comments are popping up. That is marvelous. All right, so I'm working on a sugar-free maple syrup recipe. So let me show y'all what I got in my mind about this. Now, I've got 1 cup of water. I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of this pure monk fruit extract powder. Okay, this is not the monk fruit blend. This is pure monk fruit extract powder. I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon. This is going to be my sweetener. It's going to take the place of the sugar. Okay, putting that right there in this little bowl. Now, for my thickener, I'm going to start out with 1/2. Let me think about this. I'm going to start out with maybe 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. This is going to be what thickens the syrup, okay? So let me mix this together, so hopefully that it will blend into the liquid easier and won't lump so badly. The cornstarch will not lump. It's not a problem with the cornstarch, but this monk fruit powder will try to lump. Hey Claudia, hey Karen, hey Renee, hey Star, my friend. Glad to see you on here. Some of y'all like to see when I am experimenting with my recipes in the kitchen, and so that's what I'm doing today with this syrup recipe that I'm experimenting with today. Sugar-free syrup recipe. Okay, I've got a little 1-quart boiler. This is my Revereware, y'all. Y'all know I love Revereware. I'm going to put that in there. Now I need to blend in my liquid. This is where it can get tricky. So, got a fork. Going to start blending. I've got the 1 cup of water. I'll start kind of blending this together some if I can. and hope that it don't lump too badly. Okay, seems to be doing pretty good. That's great. See, that's what I got right there, just stirring that up. And I added just a little bit of water because if I can just add a little water and get all of the powder ingredients mixed up with no lumps, then I'm good to go. I can pour the rest of the liquid in there, okay? So that's my goal. Okay, and that looks great. It looks like I have no lumps. Let's add a little more water here. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay, now I don't know if 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch is going to be enough thickener or not. I won't know until I actually heat this mixture up and it begins to thicken. And then of course it's got to cool down, and as it cools, it will thicken even more. All right. Just kind of scrape the sides and the bottom here. But anyway, this is an experiment, y'all, on sugar-free maple syrup that I'm doing here today. All right, so I've got that together. Now, I have some maple extract right here, and that's how I'm going to get that maple flavor, okay? So let's move over to the stove with this. I can hear my sausage beginning to sizzle in the oven, and I need to be careful not to forget that I have sausage cooking. All right, we're going to put this on a little burner. Let's turn this up on about medium high. I have a little spatula in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. So I'll just use this little spatula. See, it's flat on the end, and I will be able to just scrape the bottom of the inside of that pan and make sure that nothing is sticking, okay? Hi, Sarah. Hey, Deborah. Yes, Gina, thank the Lord. It is raining over here, and I am so glad. We needed rain so badly. I have a huge oregano bush, and I've also got a huge rosemary bush. My rosemary is doing fine without the rain. It was growing and green and doing fine, but my oregano bush was beginning to kind of turn yellow and die. So hopefully this rain will revive it. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Charlene. Hello, Patricia. Hey, Gina. Hey, Jason and Kimberly. Good morning. All right, so as this heats up, the cornstarch should thicken this mixture, okay? We'll just have to see if I have enough cornstarch in it or not as it heats and thickens. Hey, Renee. Hey, Jamie. Hello, Billy. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Linda. Good morning, everyone. It's a rainy day here today, and I am so thankful for the rain, y'all. And I'm thankful that we've just had, we've just had rain. We've not had storms. A lot of times in the spring, when you have gone without rain for a while, when it finally does rain, it's like a storm, lightning, thunder, but it hadn't been that way so far. And I'm thankful for that. All right, let's check. Oh, I see all the hearts going up. Thank y'all so much. Let's check this. All right, that's cooking, just sizzling, doing well. Hello, Patricia. Hey, Linda. Jan, Shana, Jean, good morning. Hey, Billy. Hey, Jackie. Okay, so while that is kind of cooking there, let me get back over here and work on, I'm going to make pancakes, okay? I'm going to make blueberry pecan pancakes. So let's get over here and let's work on that just a little bit. Now I need 1 1/2 cups of flour, and in my cookbook here, I have this recipe in my cookbook, South Alabama Cooking. If you want the cookbook, go to my profile page and it's on the website, the link for my website, and you can get this cookbook. The link is southalabamacooking.com. But in this cookbook, I have my pancake recipe right there. And it says 1 1/2 cups of flour. Now I have in here, you can use plain flour. If you do, you have to add baking powder and salt, or you can use self-rising flour. And if you use self-rising flour, you need to omit the baking powder and the salt. Okay, so today I'm using self-rising flour. One and 1/2 cups of self-rising flour. All right, we got that. Let's jump back over here and check this. See what we got going on over here. Okay. Let's see how this is looking. Okay, this is beginning to boil. Almost. It's not boiling yet, but it's almost boiling. It's warming up, heating up. Lots of hearts going up. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate that, y'all. We're going to let this come to a boil, simmer just a maybe, 15, 30 seconds, something like that. It's beginning to simmer now. So we'll just let it simmer just a minute. You have to have heat when you're using cornstarch to activate the cornstarch so that it will thicken. Hey Dot, hey Cheryl. Hello Jan, Florine, Sheila. All right, so this is simmering, it's boiling. Okay, so I'm going to move that off of the heat. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. Let me get my teaspoon over here. All right, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. That's going to give it the flavoring. So let's turn this burner off. There we go. Okay. Now I want this to cool down and I want to see what the consistency is, if it's thick enough or whatever, okay? So I think I'm going to put it in an ice bath so that it will cool it down. I'm just now thinking about this while I'm working with it here, okay? So I've got this bowl. I'm going to stick that over in my sink. Let me get some ice out of the freezer. Okay, so I'm going to put some ice in this bowl. Y'all, it's going to make a pretty good bit of noise when I dump this ice in the bowl. Okay. There we go. Take this, I'm going to put it in the ice bath, and that will cool it down quickly, okay? All right, we got that going right there. Now we can work on the pancakes again. Hello, Jan. Yes, Jan, I am in Alabama. I'm South Alabama. I live in Mobile County. Hey, Sheila. Hello, Dale. Hey, Phyllis. All right, let's get with this again here. Gotta wash my fork, y'all, that I want to use. Okay, here we go. This is my favorite fork when I'm cooking, right here. And I need my fork. Right there. That is my favorite fork. It is a nice big fork, and it is nice and sturdy and strong and everything. So that's my favorite fork right there. All right. Got my flour in here. I want to add just a little touch of my monk fruit powder for sweetness. Not much, just the tiniest little, I mean just like a pinch. That's what I want to put in it, okay? Okay, I hear my sausage sizzling. Y'all, this is the way it goes when you're cooking more than one recipe in the oven all at the same time. you have to check everything. Okay, let's get back over here. Okay, the sausage just needs to flip over. Flip it over and let it cook on the other side. Come on, you can do it. You can flip over. So we got it brown on one side. Let's let it cook on the other side. All right. Hey, Goldie. Hey, Ann. Hey, Barbara. Lenora. Gloria. Maggie. Hey. All right, let's get the rest of this together. Like I said, I've got my cookbook here. If you want my cookbook, you can go to my profile, click the link. It'll take you to order the cookbook, okay? Okay, I need some milk. Now, y'all, I am going to use a combination of heavy cream and almond milk, okay? I'm not going to use whole milk because whole milk has sugar in it, and heavy cream and almond milk does not have sugar in it. So, but heavy cream is very thick, so I'm going to thin it down with some almond milk. So I'm going to start out with about 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now the recipe calls for 1 cup of milk. I'm not sure that I'll need to use 1 cup simply because almond milk is very thin and it does not thicken like whole milk does. Okay, so when you mix it into your dry ingredients, almond milk does not thicken like whole milk does. So I've got 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I've got 1/2 cup of almond milk. I'm going to just pour some of that in here. Don't want to pour the whole thing in because I don't know if I'm going to need all of it. I have 1 egg. I'm going to put that in there. All right, we got that. Gotta wipe my hands off, gotta rinse them off and stuff. Okay. And I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Let me get that in there. All right, I believe that's it. Let's mix this up. Now, I let my melted butter cool down just a little bit. I melted it in the microwave, but I let it cool down just a little bit before I poured it in here, because if you don't, you pour it in there with that egg, and it'll scramble the egg. Okay, we're going to need at least this 3/4 cup of liquid here. Plus a little more. So I'm going to add some more almond milk, okay, to thin this down. I have about 1/8 of a cup. Let me just slowly pour a little bit of that in here. I'm going to add just another little drop. We'll just put it all in. So that's about 1/8 of a cup more. So I used 3/4 cup, and then I used 1/8 of a cup. Okay. I believe that's going to give us the thickness that we need, the consistency that we need. Y'all, I know you can buy sugar-free syrup from the store, but I think that it has sugar alcohol in it, which does not work well with my system. The sugar alcohols cause me to have a lot of gas and bloating and stomach discomfort, and so if I can come up with my own recipe and not use sugar alcohol, then that would be better for me. Okay, y'all look at this. Oh, hey, Rhonda, my friend, glad to see you on here. Okay, this is the consistency of the batter. See there? All right, so we're ready to go with that. Let's move right over here. Get y'all set up here where you can see. And I believe that my sausage is probably ready, so let's just go ahead and get that out of here. Oh yeah, it's ready. There we go. See there? There's my sausage. It's ready to go. Just set it over here on the stove. Now we're going to check the syrup. Okay. See what we got going on here. Okay. It's cool on the bottom. It's kind of cool on the top. That's pretty good. Okay. It's not as thick as I want it, so I'm going to put this back on the stove, and I'm going to add some more cornstarch, okay? Because this cornstarch is going to be what thickens it. So let me get this. This is my 1/2 tablespoon. Anybody remember how much cornstarch I added? I think it was 1.5 teaspoons, wasn't it? I think that's what it was. Okay, so let's put this back on here. Let's start heating it up again. I need to be writing this stuff down so I don't forget my recipe measurements. Hello, Kathy. Hey, Sue. Hey, Diane. Hey, Linda. Hey, Jennifer. Debbie Webb and Debbie Nelson. Hey, everyone. Okay, so I put 1.5 teaspoons in here, and that's not thick enough. Maybe I'll put another 1.5 teaspoons, okay? And cornstarch, you don't have to worry about cornstarch clumping up. It will mix in and dissolve easily, okay? So that all together is 1 tablespoon, because 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon, okay? So that is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch that I have put in here. Let's get this back up real quick. We have to heat it up to activate the cornstarch, okay? Cornstarch will not thicken unless it is heated. Hey, JC. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Wanda. Yes, Wanda, I am making a homemade sugar-free pancake syrup. That's what I got going on to go with my breakfast. All right. There is my Revereware skillet right there. I need, there we go, here's a spatula. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of butter in my pan. Got a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. We're going to kick this pan on just a hair above medium. I'm going to let that butter start melting. And then we'll be ready to cook pancakes. Okay, so if this recipe works, then I will have a new sugar-free recipe for pancake syrup, breakfast syrup, maple syrup, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Paul. Hey, Noah. Hey, Noah. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you are doing well. I've tried to contact you several times through instant message, but just hadn't got no reply back, so I didn't know what was going on with you. Hey, Becky. Hey, Ann. Ann says, hello from North Carolina. Are you diabetic? You come up with a lot of great recipes without sugar. Ann, no, I am not diabetic. Here a few years ago when I had my yearly checkup, my yearly labs, my A1C was just a little elevated, and it put me in it was in a pre-diabetic state. So when I realized that, I did not want to become a diabetic, so I started drastically altering my diet so that my A1C would be normal, would be in the normal range, and it is. It's in the normal range. So that's the reason I come up with all of these sugar-free, low-sugar, reduced-sugar recipes. It was for my health so that I would not lose my health and become diabetic. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, oh, this is boiling. Okay, that's great. And it looks thicker. That's good. I kind of think, just looking at it, that adding that 1.5 teaspoons to thicken it was too much, y'all, because now it's probably thicker than what I wanted. So that means that probably just maybe 2 teaspoons of cornstarch would be enough. But we're going to go with this for today, and I will just remember that I need to use maybe 2 teaspoons instead of 3 teaspoons. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in this ice bath. Going to let that cool down, okay? My pan is heating up. Spread that butter out. Let me put a little bit of my pancake syrup in here. Not syrup, my pancake batter. Let's put a little bit in here. Let's make me a few pancakes. Well, that one didn't turn out shaped very well. It's kind of odd shaped, but that's okay. Kind of odd shape. That needs to scoot over. Okay, that's a little better. Now, I have my little wild blueberries, y'all, that I picked the other day. Look at here. They're very, very small. I can pick one up. See, they're very small. But they are so delicious. And I'm going to add some of these wild blueberries to my pancakes. All right, and I'm going to add some pecans to my pancakes. This is going to be some kind of good, y'all. Some kind of good. All right, there we go. Kind of press those pecans down in that batter. All right, that's looking mighty good. Goldie says, did you get the dress finished? Yes, I did, Goldie. In fact, I wore it here the other day. I wore it Thursday when I was just working around the house. You can go back to my page and look at the live for Thursday. I had my dress on. Goldie, Carla is at work today. Okay, let's see if it's browning. It is browning. It's not ready yet, though. Okay. Cook another minute or two. I think. Let me get me a fork. Let's look at this syrup and see what it's doing. Oh, it may be okay, y'all. It may be fine. Okay, good. Let it cool on here a little more. There we go. Oh, that's a good looking pancake. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my sausage on my plate. That's my Kaneka sausage, y'all, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Onto my plate. Pancake number one. Now I'm going to pull my skillet off of the burner while I get ready to put some more pancake batter in it for a second pancake, because the skillet will get hotter and hotter and hotter, and it'll get too hot. So there's me some butter. Let that melt. There we go. Let's put some batter in there now. Kind of spread that batter out to make that pancake as thick or as thin as you want it to be, okay? There we go. All right. Let's put some of these wild blueberries on it. Wild blueberries are getting ripe right now, y'all, out in the woods. I love to go pick some every year. They make wonderful blueberry muffins using these wild blueberries. I'm going to try to put all of these on here if I can. They make wonderful blueberry muffins. Let's add a little bit of pecans. I think my heat might be just a little too high. Let's turn it down. Let's press these pecans down into the batter. Okay, what is it doing? All right, good. We're doing good. All right, let's turn around here and let's taste. I'm going to taste this pancake syrup. Let's see what it tastes like, okay? That is pretty good. Now it's not dark brown like the pancake syrup you get it, you know, that you buy at the store. So I need to try to think about, can I do something to make the color, you know, have that kind of brownish color to it. But as far as the taste is wonderful. Okay, I'm going to let this pancake get done, and then I am going to have my breakfast ready, y'all. We will be ready to go. Oh, yeah. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Terry. Oh, I want to cook me an egg. I just remembered that. I got me an egg right here. So as soon as that comes out of there, I'm going to cook me an egg real quick. Oh, wow. Look at all them berries. Oh, yeah. Let's get that out of there. Now, what I'm going to do to make my egg is I'm going to get a little bit of this sausage grease. I'm just going to pour it over in my skillet like that. I'm going to cook my egg in that sausage grease. Crack that egg right there. Put it in. And y'all, you can season your egg however you like. I think I might put just a little bit of salt. And let me see if I can find my pepper. Here we go. Put a little bit of pepper on it. I like my egg thoroughly cooked. I don't like an egg that is like raw or runny in the middle, anything like that. So I'm just going to dust that yolk. Just kind of stir it up and let it cook. I'll just let it cook on that side, and then we'll flip it over, cook it on the other side. We'll be good to go, y'all. Hey, Terry. Hey, Catherine. Oh, hey, Christopher, my friend. Glad to see you. Hey, Bobby. Hello, Carol. Hey, Laura. See And it just kind of makes an egg patty. That's the way I like it. So I'll eat this breakfast and it'll pretty well take care of me until supper. I'll be full, you know, won't really need to eat really anything until supper time. Oh, thank you, Lori. She said these little mini cast iron skillets are cute up here. Yeah, I've got 3 of them just sitting up here. All right, I think my egg is ready. Let's put it on my plate. Get this off of the burner. Turn the burner off. Look here, y'all see my little cast iron skillets? There's one right there, and I've got 2 more over here. Okay, y'all, here is my plate. Here is my food right there. Okay, Noah, I'll be waiting to hear from you. Hey, Deborah. So, let me get this homemade syrup. Let's get back around over here. Get this homemade syrup, and we will put a little bit of it on my pancake, and we're going to taste it. If anybody's got any thoughts on how to make this syrup dark and look like pancake syrup, I would be interested in knowing. I just figure maybe some food coloring or something. I don't really know. All right. So, all right, here we go. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this food. Bless it to my body. Lord, bless all of my followers out there. Thank you that they came into my kitchen today and just visited a while. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so I've got to try to hold this and cut me a piece of my pancake with that homemade syrup on it. It's pretty good, y'all. That is delicious, y'all. All right, that's my breakfast. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I have a list of things to do. We're trying to get ready to take the RV over to the Gulf. So I've got a list of things I got to try to get done today with the Lord's help, if He'll give me the strength. Okay, Susie, that sounds good. Mountain Cooking with Missy makes homemade syrup, and it is brown. She has a post on her page. Okay, I'll go check that out. I know Missy. We're friends. Thank you so much. All right, Florine, y'all have a good day, everyone, and we'll see you next time. I may go live again today. I'm not sure. Maybe making supper. Not really sure, but y'all have a good day. Y'all be careful out there. Love y'all.